Hello, hello.
Ah, sorry, I was feeding my cat.
No, I'm sorry for being fucking half an hour late.
That's all good.
Either way, I have this feeling Sam forgot.
Probably. It's not.
Well, otherwise it will just be a podcast with the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
A cozy one-on-one session, a smooth jazz session. For every listener, sit back, relax. You deserved it. Yeah, nice glass of champagne. Because that are the fans we got. People who go complete like 3-piece suits, listening to the podcast. They dim all the lights in the room with a glass of champagne just to listen to our like angel voices.
Mm-hmm.
No, in reality, I think they click off after what I just said. Either way, it's just us two for now.
Yep.
Yeah. So
All right.
I had this whole plan to talk about in-game stuff, and then OMPL happened. The ladder tour happened. What's that other tour I'm doing? Double Little Cup happened.
A little cup.
Yeah. Oh, I have a
Yep.
story about that. Not a really interesting story, but well, somewhat. It's just not a big story. And then Home was announced for the second time.
Yeah. Home again, part 2.
Home again. Home 2.0. And then I want to complain about traffic jams. So in the end, I don't know where this podcast is gonna end up.
Mm-hmm.
Either way.
I only have like an hour.
Oh, that should be fine.
To this, so yeah.
Especially if it's just the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
Either way. Yeah, I also don't want to make this podcast any longer. Could you imagine? Like, I can't think of a single person who would listen to 2 hours of this.
Yeah, no.
Either way.
I cannot either.
First I want to complain about lorry drivers. Jesus Christ. It wasn't like... yesterday I need to go somewhere and, the weekend starting, it's Friday. The whole shebang happening, it's a long weekend, people are probably going out, so traffic jams are completely fucking horrendous. So I drive on the way back home, pretty tired after what I needed to do after my meeting, and I thought I found this nice shortcut. Problem was, about the other half of the Netherlands also found a shortcut. So when you're on that little road thinking, I'm smart, I'm just avoiding the traffic, and then there's also a traffic jam on the countryside road. Yeah, that's where I ended up, and there were like this... You found like the 3 people I hate in the most, or the 3 drivers I hate the most in the world. Peugeot drivers. Are Peugeots popular in America?
Not really.
Alright, then you don't know what on earth the Peugeot driver is.
No.
But alright, imagine a scared, fragile, completely like numb to his surroundings, elderly guy or woman who has no idea they're taking up half the road, or they don't know how to drive, or they don't see you coming from the right, where either way. And they drive so slow, and they're so just incapable people overall. Peugeots are, in terms of cars, are miserable on their own. I hate Peugeots. They've never made something exciting. It's always just some pile of dog shit I'm looking at. It's ugly, they're horrendous, I hate them. The others are lorry drivers, or like people in vans who drive way too fast. Because we have quite small roads in the Netherlands. They're not like big. You don't have the 4 lanes here, really. And
yeah.
Well, cars have become increasingly bigger over the years, and the roads were made long ago for the small cars, right? And it just doesn't fit. And those people completely drive. Like, they take up the whole fucking road and they drive really fast, so I'm forced to put mine in like the side, which you just hear sound, so it isn't good for your car. What just happened is not helping whatever the fuck was going on. So, and then you have people in SUVs who are the same problem. There is just not the space, and the worst part is, because they have SUVs, they're perfectly capable of going to the side of the road, giving you more space. Because I'm driving a car with quite a low bottom, or whatever you want to call it, quite close to the road, if you know what I mean. Well, they
Yeah, yeah.
have like all-terrain vehicle and tires, and they just don't give it to you. And oh man,
Mhm.
all the rain. If you drive a Range Rover and you don't give others space, like fucking kill yourself. I hate you. I hate you. It's just such a, I don't know.
Mhm.
I think I might be a little bit of a road rager.
A little bit.
A little bit. Have you ever, like, when people annoy you behind you, just shut down the car, stepped out, and just told them to fucking behave? Have you ever done that?
I have not.
Oh,
No.
okay, maybe that's just a me thing then. I don't know, there was this woman behind me, like very close to my back bumper. She kept honking while I just couldn't drive because people were coming, like I was nearing a, I don't know what you call it in English, but we call it a priority road, right? So even if you're coming from the right, you still don't have like, what you call it?
Right of way.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever, yeah.
Because if you're on the priority road, you can just keep driving. And I couldn't. And she just didn't understand it, so she kept honking. So I just shut off the car and I knocked on her window to do it down, and I just became very angry at her and told her to behave.
Mhm.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just a really, really obnoxious driver.
Mhm.
But yeah. So also in the middle of my drive, I got a blood nose, or I don't. What do you call it when your nose starts like
A
bleeding?
bloody nose, yeah.
Yeah, bloody nose. Yeah, I got that. So that was awkward. So I stood there in the middle of a field, like, and my face, like, it started going over there. So I wiped it off with my hand, but I looked like a serial killer. So I had blood on my arms because I didn't want it to go in the new car on my white t-shirt. Thought, no, that's not what I want. So
Yeah.
if police came by, I don't know. If I was police, I would have said, "Sir, please open the boot." I look like a fucking serial killer, as if I had like, I don't know, like 3 severed heads in the back of my car. But I was really hungry. I didn't have like anything to eat that day, so I thought for the first time in like 6 years, I'll go to fast food. And there are 3 options in the Netherlands. We have 3
Oh.
fast food restaurants. McDonald's, but I fucking loathe McDonald's. I hate it. It's the word, like, I get so depressed every time I go there, and I just see the people who are also there, and I'm like, no, I don't, I do not want to be part of this. Never been to Burger King, but we have that, and you have KFC with like the fried chicken and shit. And I thought, you know what, I'll do that, since that's in my memory the best of the 3. I'll pull in, and so the guy says, well, that's like €8.95 or something, and he looks at me so completely fucking like not more surprised than scared, but which isn't strange because like completely like my face is covered in blood, my arm is covered in blood, and I'm reaching with my wallet, and the dude just looks at me, but what the fuck have you done? You're like the awkward.
What did you do?
Yes, have a, have a nice day, sir. And maybe he thought if I didn't like the chicken, I would come back and fucking murder him. I don't know. Anyway, then I was just in the traffic jam where I drove around 5 kilometers an hour average for 2 hours straight, and I was just getting so angry in the car because nothing is worse than that.
I know exactly what you mean.
Even if I put it in first gear and I just take my foot off everything so it starts rolling, it's still too fast for how fast I can go. So I need to keep my foot to the clutch, making sure, and it started to hurt my foot after, I don't know, I hated it. God awful drive. And then I finally came home quite late, and I need to play my double Little Cup match. Which, seriously, so far I'm just going on a fucking rant for like 10 minutes straight. This is such a bad start for the podcast, but I don't know, low quality video, low quality channel, it all matches up. So, I need to start with this guy, Luby Star. Maybe I'm flaming him for all the wrong reasons, who knows. But, apparently I signed up for the double Little Cup. My experience in Little Cup is 2 games across all generations. And I didn't really have teams, but I thought it doesn't matter. So I asked him, like he asked me if I'm fine Saturday, like last week Saturday, and I say, yeah, sure. I'm +2 GMT. What time zone are you? He says, I'm -7. Do you want to do 12 AM? I ask him, sure, 12 a.m. your time or GMT time. I could manage both. He says GMT, which is fine. That means it's just 2 in the afternoon for me. And then the day is there, and then I say, are you there? Hello, are you online? A couple of hours pass, and I'm like, no, I'm not waiting any longer. In the middle of the night, holy shit, I meant 12 p.m. I'm so dumb. So first of all, this guy fucking expected me to play at 2 in the night? Could you I don't know. Well, then I tell him I'm not playing at 1 in the in 2 in the night. And then he says,
like, obviously no way.
Yeah. Then he says, what about tomorrow at 3 p.m.? Then we're talking at like 12 hours. Like, that's also not what I want to do, like 12 or like 1 in the night. Then I said, no, I'm not doing that. And then he says, the latest I can do is 5 p.m. my day on any given day. Meaning he's still expecting me to play really late. Which is very unreasonable, so I'm telling him that's already pushing it for me. I can do 21 GMT, and that's already pushing it. But I need to get, like, I thought I need to get this over with. So Friday, 21 GMT. That's 11 o'clock for me. I'm sitting there after road raging for 2 hours straight after eating some mid-chicken, not being happy. And this guy just doesn't, like, and I see him on PS 10 minutes before. So I message him, alright, I'm on now, you want to play now? And he says, oh, I'm in school, can you wait an hour? So I tell him, no, I can't wait an hour. Then he says, let's play tomorrow. So this guy, could you imagine? This guy's hell on earth to schedule with. So I'm telling him, no, I'm taking the Enact win. And then he starts, well, but can you? No, I can't. I'm taking my Enact win. You made me wait for an hour, like first, and now this. Fuck you. So I leave. And I don't know, I hope I get my Enact win, but that wouldn't surprise me if I don't get it. With Outdoors Management so far. By the way, he commented on someone else on my profile who said to me, DPL, are you free? Are you free on Friday or something?
He commented on
and
the
then
wrong
he
guy.
thought he was in DPL, so he got excited, and then he saw that it was just my profile.
That was funny.
Yeah.
I remember you sent me that.
What a guy, what a guy.
I'm in DPL, woo!
And then, fuck, I thought this was my board. My bad. I would just delete my
DPL
message.
ended already.
Yeah, like, who's drafting you? What, the worst part is, did he sign up? Because did he expect to be drafted in DPL without signing up? What happened? What did he think? What a curious guy. What an absolute curious guy. And Showdown is a wild place.
It really is.
Yeah. You're right.
Some very crazy people here.
Yeah, for sure. By the way, I need to post this one real quick. So there we are.
Hello? Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, we're back. Either way, oh man. OMPL? Do we want to touch on OMPL a little bit?
Oh yeah, we can a little.
Yeah, I don't know what there is to say about it.
Let's
really,
review some of our team's stuff.
Yeah, but we're
what? We're 3-2 now.
Yeah, are we 3-2? I thought we were 2-1.
Yeah.
No, what happened in time
we're
was
3-2.
Let me check.
TT Tech played BH and lost because he brought he brought like a really good team, but his opponent had like the one fringe super niche counter to it.
Oh yeah.
Which was an unaware Zamazenta that like nobody runs.
What the fuck?
But it just happened to beat what he had.
Jesus. Alright, so maybe for context, because I assume most people don't know this, but Despacito, myself, and we were supposed to have a guest on today, but I think he forgot. So, poor Sam. We are all three in OMPL, which is like the DPL for other metas. But here's the thing: we don't know anything about OMs. I don't even know which.
No, you don't. You don't, maybe.
Oh, you know? You know? Okay. Yeah.
I know some. I know some
Oh,
OMs.
sorry. Then I'll speak for myself only. Some people. No, but I don't know anything. I don't know any players. I don't know any managers. I don't even know what all the shortenings of the names mean. I don't. What does Eminem mean? What does NFE, like GG, BH, AG? Well, AG I know that's anything goes, but that's like the thing. I don't know anything. But I got drafted for 2v2, so did Despacito. We were on the team together, and then I kind of lobbied for Sam to also get in, and rightfully so because Sam is actually really good. But Yeah, I feel like I gotta keep saying that because I don't want people to think I just got him on because I know him, but he's actually good at 2v2.
You're getting him recognized.
Yeah, he needs some recognition badly. So do you. So oh yeah. So yeah, we played 2v2, and Despacito being a 3k player won versus Yuki being a 12k player, something along those prices. And 1-3-0.
10k.
Yeah, and it's a BO5. And well, I mean, but like this, 2v2 never changes. 2v2 never changes.
Never changes.
2v2 never. We still need to make the video about how we compare 2v2 to the Strange Village, but that's a topic for another time, I think. But it truly is. IBM the sheriff has gone now, so I'll need to think for a replacement. Either way, yeah. But either way, OMPL. I really don't have actually much to say about it. I don't know anything besides that you used my teams, you played well, you won 3-0, with a little bit of hex game too, but that's what you get from running stall from both sides. It was bound to happen to one of the people.
Yeah.
So
well, I was the only one using attacks, so...
Yeah, that's true. Well, it is what it is at a certain point, you know? That's how the cookie crumbles. One game of hex in a BO5 should not have to really determine it.
Yeah, the other games were legitimately won.
Yeah, I will
just
say
outplaying.
If you just ran a normal item instead of White Herb on Tusk, he would have won. But he didn't. For people who didn't see the game, Tusk almost killed Azu. Azu survived to 2 HP.
Like 3.
And Azu killed back, which made Despacito win the game. But the thing was, Great Tusk was running White Herb, which...
It was supposed to be an Arcanine counter.
Yeah, he told me that.
Counter team for the
Let me be real.
Team.
In 2v2, in my experience, don't counter team. Because it doesn't work. Just bring teams you think are good.
Because what if they don't bring the team? Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Or what if they choose something else? If you counter team, you're banking too much on a prediction that very likely is not coming to fruition. Like, it most likely doesn't. It's the same with...
I think...
Sorry.
I suppose the White Herb, it's kind of valid over Life Orb if you're expecting to intimidate, because it also resets your defense lowering. But like it's still after getting back to neutral defense, got OHKO'd by Azu.
It's just not it. Run if you really want to counter the possible intimidate, just run Bandit. Yes, you can't protect. That's
don't run
true.
Bandit.
No, run Bandit. No, if you are so determined, if you're so determined, clear Amulet. Yes, wait. Why is he running White Herb if you have clear Amulet? That's such a
for the defense.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You will get one shot anyways. Like, either way. Back to what I was saying. I'm a big believer of just bringing the teams you like or are comfortable with. I remember for the Ladder Tour game.
That's what I say too.
Yeah, for Ladder Tour in 2v2. I won that with basically one team. I had one team, which was really good at the time. And then every time I thought that, but it's so predictable when I bring this, so people are gonna counter team me. So I made like some other teams, and then I won game 2, or like game 1 with the team, game 2 with the team. It's a BO5. I thought, alright, game 3 they really expect me now to bring it. So then I brought like the new team that completely lost because it wasn't as good as the original team, and then I realized, well, they probably can't counter it, and then I brought it again, and then I won. Every game went like this. I always went 1-2, lost 1, then won the last one. I don't know, just bring teams you feel comfortable with. Don't try to counter team, it doesn't work.
Bring your best teams.
Yeah, exactly. Just, if you want to build for 2v2, it's really easy. Just put 4 strong Pokemons. They don't have to have a special synergy, just put 4 strong motherfuckers on one team and it's good. You're solid. Just bring your hands, bring your Fluttermane, bring your Azu, bring your Arcanine, and you're fine. Don't worry about it. Bring Tinglu.
Yeah. Bring Arcanine every game.
Yeah, exactly.
It is the best Pokemon. It loses to like a couple things. It beats like a Azumarill 1v1.
It shuts down every physical attacker without any exceptions. The only thing that would beat, which is a physical attacker, beating Arcanine is Annihilate and Misty Terrain. It's just, and the fact only that you have it in the back makes her ready for the mind games in your favor. So always bring it. Never wrong. You can't go wrong with Arcanine.
It's just too good.
It's so good. You're right. OMPL, I don't really have much to say about it since, well, it's OMPL.
Yeah. Yep, it's like just started a couple games into the round. I don't know what to go over.
I want to win it more than I want to win the double ladder tour, which I'm in at the moment.
You do?
Yes.
There's a custom avatar for OMPL, right?
Yeah, plus a custom banner for winning.
Ooh, okay.
And I will say though, the banner is looking really nice. I think it's just the artwork of the tournament itself, if you know what I mean. And let me just send you the artwork. I think it's such a good
Put it up
looking.
on the podcast.
Yeah, I'll try to. Well, I'll try to edit it, but I'm not sure how truthfully that is what I just said. I do not like editing at all. I'm also very incapable of editing. Like, you know what I used for editing? I used free software that came on my computer. I don't even know what it's called, but...
You know what it's called?
No, not even, but this is...
oh yeah, the Maridon.
It's such a nice artwork.
It does look good.
If the banner looks like that, I really want to win this. Yeah, we are 3-2 up. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games played, so we need to hit 2 more games to win and 1 more to tie.
What have we not played yet? AG, Eminem, and NFE, right?
Right, that's not fully evolved. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which, honestly, tying is also kind of fine since the team we're up against is looking pretty strong, to my knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Tying's fine, but I feel like we can pull this one off.
I don't know if we can easily do it, but I'm sure we can.
We just need to win 2.
We are up, yeah.
Win 2 before we lose 3.
2 out of the 3, yeah, or something. I don't know. And then next week we play Photon Geyser. Oh, this is the thing I do want to say about the OMPL. So, in the 2v2 Discord, I posted, because there were several like tier lists made about how good people are. Almost Despacito was unranked or was in the bottom tier. And Yuki was top tier, so or like not featured because he didn't sign up yet. Either way, Despacito was like consistently low. So I added the person who made the tier leader, who made that tier list, and said, damn, shake my head, a very underrated player. And then a manager from a team that wasn't our team, nor the team we played, joined in, who tried to buy me, by the way, added me and said, stop being a bum loser, and then left again. Hey, what's your beef? He had nothing to do with the whole match, he was a completely other team.
I don't know what that was about.
I don't know.
But...
Just like usual, 80% of the 2v2 community can suck my dick. That's it's 2v2 is such a... Oh, by the way, there's a new tier leader, Krytokon. I don't know if Mups is still the tier leader, but just think about this. We have 3 tier leaders for 2v2, which is a dead tier on its own. Like 10% of the 2v2 community is a tier leader at this point. No, more than 10%. It's like 20% is a tier leader. And the rest, besides us, then are accounts, so I assume. Oh, but
like half. Almost half.
Yeah, something like that.
Or some sort of authority.
Yeah. By the way, our most recent guest and our first guest too, Gen 1, he became counsel for WU, which I think is pretty good.
Oh, he did? Oh, that's cool.
Because Gen 1 is in my opinion, and I have quite a lack of knowledge about the WU community, but from my experience and knowledge and what I've seen, he's by far one of the most respectable persons there, and one of the nicer guys. And I think it's overlooked oftentimes how important good managing of a tier is for the community as a whole.
Yeah. Yeah, so having good managers definitely makes the community
way better.
And a whole tier just more enjoyable in general.
Better, yeah. Stronger as in also the community and all the stuff that goes around it. Because I know, for example, Yoda, I believe he hosted game nights for it, and he was really like active with it. So yeah, that's always a good thing.
Yeah, I'm glad to see he got on there.
Well, we talked with him about Homecoming, and then Home called Council, but now Home is back, so... If you only listen to the podcast, and just do not come out of your like jerk-off bunker at all and don't go on the internet, the only thing you would have noticed is that Home is here, and Home is here again. But yeah...
Home has
arrived.
Hopefully returned.
Possibly. Imagine if they now again cancel it. No way they do that though.
No way. Dude, I would just give up all hope of homecoming in like this year if they cancel it again.
Well, what I'm thinking, because
they just can keep messing it up.
So I'm playing Double Little Cup, but I do not care about that. If I lose all of a sudden, or I don't get my, or he calls enact on me and gets it somehow, or whatever, or I don't really care about Double Little Cup. I'm playing Letter Tour, and I think that should be over quite soon-ish. There are, after this week, 2 more weeks to go, and we're now talking on Saturday, so, you know, call it 2 weeks. I'm now top 8. I really want to win this, because then I'm top 4, but I'm not sure if I will, so, you know. I expect kinda that the whole Letter Tour will now be played out in old gen, or like old Gen 9. I don't think they will make it home meta mid the tournament playoffs. I really doubt that. Which, if they do, alright, well, that's curious.
Yeah,
I don't know about that
decision
one.
if they do, but
yeah, but
they probably won't.
So, I think when home comes out, I'm just gonna focus more on 2v2 to just make sure we have like the best chances of winning for OMPL. And then I'll just, I think, let the meta kind of settle down in WU, and then I'll take a look at that when like there's a bit more going on. Because
OMPL, they are switching to home meta whenever it drops, right?
I think they will give you 1 more week. I think.
Like 1 week after, and then they start it, but they will switch during the tournament.
They will switch during tour. I think I'll just make a couple of more teams for like current Gen 9, and then before home already drops, I'll start also working on some newer stuff. So we're prepared for
the heat cooked.
Yeah, because we already have quite some new or teams that people don't know in the back, waiting for 2v2. So I don't think we have to build a whole lot more. Maybe just polish up. Or maybe I'll just bring the stuff you brought, who knows? I'll figure it out. I'll just do it like the Letter Tour.
Yeah, just bring the same stuff.
Yeah. I was thinking
stop us?
Talking about Letter Tour. Now back to W Letter Tour of just streaming my match. Theoretically, my opponent could just tune into my live stream and... but
no, just set a delay. Set like a 1 minute delay.
Yeah, something like that. But I think I said that also in the... I don't know if I said it in the other podcast, but I'm not really tryharding for the store. Because I do not think it's enjoyable to tryhard in current Gen 9. So I'm just trying to have some fun.
Yeah, it's just boring.
Yeah, because last tournament I brought my Barracuda, right? So I'm just trying to you know, have a good time. I like to win, but but that's not my main priority. I just would like to be gone top 4 if possible. Now I'm top 8, which is also really good, I think.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to just have some fun with funny Pokemon. I brought Scizor.
If you make it finals, bring Barrett. You gotta bring Barrett to finals.
Of course, Barracuda is coming all 3 games. Let me tell you that much. No, because like Barracuda.
It's not taking 3 games.
No, for sure.
We'll close that one out in 2.
No, this guy's getting shook. No. This guy's shook on how Barracuda swept his whole team game 1, and he would just forfeit to give me the win. The thing is, though, I will say though, I'm pretty happy that I gave Barracuda 100% win rate in DPL and now also in the Letter Tour, which I think is really funny. I think this is one of the only...
you had 100% with it?
Yeah, I got 100% win rate in both big tournaments. It's a shame how the statistic only has been used by 1 people 1 game, but well, still 100% win rate.
100% is 100%.
100% is 100%, exactly. Well, so yeah, I'm not going try hard mode, but I'm just trying to have some fun, I think, for the Letter Tour. I think that's also the best way to play Pokemon.
Definitely, yeah. Just playing to have fun, enjoy yourself, because then you get into the point where you're like, oh, I'm so mad at this, and it just ruins the whole experience for you.
Not only that, like, Pokemon is after a while, I don't know how to say it, but I would say there is no best person or best guy or like the GOAT out there. It's just who prepped better, who had his day. You know, there is no point in getting mad over it.
Yeah, and on that point, like, there's no like best player because like each tournament is like
everyone knows how
separate from the others,
And
if you know what I mean.
Yeah, not
like,
only that, everyone can click buttons. Like after a while, like there's a skill level which everyone has passed at a certain point, where you know how to click buttons, and it all comes down to, are you having your day, and which team did you bring, and what team brought your opponent, and that's kind of it. I don't know. Like my real competitive spirit for Pokemon kind of died down in Gen 7 and Gen 8, where I really try-harded a little bit. But I don't know, it's just a game, you know?
Yeah.
And like I had this point where I just really did not enjoy Pokemon that much because I was tryharding also in VGC and stuff. And yes, it did accomplish me some wins and stuff, but it wasn't enjoyable. So I prefer to just, you know, sit back, drink like a nice beer while playing whichever tournament I'm playing. Besides for OMPL, I might try out for that because I really want that custom avatar.
Yeah.
Our custom avatar is gonna be complete shit if we get it though, because we are part of the Wiggly family, so we're getting a Wiggly custom avatar, which is god awful.
Custom still
a custom is a custom. But... Like I always also very much disliked Crunchman's custom avatar. The Snorlax dressed up as a cowboy. Yeah, dressed up as a cowboy.
I thought it was kind of funny.
It's kind of funny, but I thought it was also but I thought it was also very ugly. Yeah, you know what? I do not like anime. I've never gone further than watching the Pokemon series as a kid. But like somewhat recently, like half a year ago, I thought, oh, give it a shot. I turned on Netflix, I saw what's on here. Maybe that's not the place to look for it, but I saw Cowboy Bebop. And I knew it had some banger tunes, so I thought, alright, give it a shot. Not as much that I disliked it, I was just confused. Every time I watched it, like, what the fuck is going on? I don't know, I just looked at it not knowing what was like happening on my screen.
I've never watched it myself, but...
I like the soundtrack, I have no fucking clue what's going on.
Understand it.
You just don't get an introduction to anyone. Like, they are all there, and they are already established, apparently. And then they, like, I don't know, hunt something, but then also not, I don't know what's going on, man. But, either way. Yeah, so I'll see how my tournament plays out tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm playing my ladder door thing.
Oh yeah, what time? A time I can watch? I
think you have time to watch it, because he is from Texas, so, and we played kind of around his time-ish.
Yeah, I'm in the same time zone as Texas.
It's 18 GMT. So
18 GMT.
Yeah, so I'm playing at 8 my time.
Yeah, okay. So
and you're like -6 or 7,
that's
right?
like 2. I'm -6, yeah. So it's like 2 p.m.
Oh yeah, no, well, I maybe you can watch it either way, I don't know.
Yeah,
but I'm at least happy I'm playing versus Fan Game, because he also brings cool teams. I'm not playing versus someone who's gonna bring...
Oh, cool,
Wu Chin Hans stall. I do not like... Because I think as a
no, that's what we bring into we do.
But... Yeah, that's what we bring into too, but... but no, we're talking about double OU. No, I don't know, I used to like be really on the HO train for 2v2, and I'm already on the HO train for every other tier I play. But you know, when you see that Celesteela, you see that Wu Chin, you see that thing, it's trying to resist the ring. It's so much power, you need to resist, and I can't. It's so good and it's so lame at the same time. But yes, and like in Gen, but the thing is, in Gen 9 2v2, there is not that much else.
Yeah, there's just like, it's so dominant. Like, what else are you gonna use?
Like, yes, you can use
Tatsugiri and Pelipper.
But I'm not using...
There's just nothing to bring.
I did respect the choice of Tatsugiri.
I absolutely respect
I'm a big Pelipper fan.
Was heat.
And the Tatsugiri was heat. It didn't come out though, which is a shame. But I respected the Pelipper. I'm a big Pelipper guy. I know that I really hate Pokemon, but I really like Pelipper.
I love Pelipper.
Yeah.
Very cool guy. Brain's very strong, very powerful. One of my favorite archetypes.
Yeah, I think I kinda... I kinda influenced you a little bit too much, and then...
Yeah, you definitely put me on that.
Yeah,
but...
so, just as context, at the end of Gen 9, you started playing Double OU for the first time, and I already played it, so I said... or sorry, Gen 8.
Yeah.
And you played in a tournament, which was like your school tournament or something, or it was like set up by a club from your university. And Crunchman was also playing in there, and Well, I passed few teams, and all the teams I passed were Rain, and like 2 Trick Room teams.
It was either Rain or Trick Room for everything.
There were like 8 Rain teams, 2 Trick Room teams, and that was it. There was not much more. But you made it to finals where you faced down for Scrunchman, and then, truth be told, the Trick Room teams lost, but the Rain team won versus Scrunchman. Let that be known.
The Rain did. Trick Room lost because I choked and just didn't see a play and misread.
Yeah, but well, you played. Well, Crunchman was at the time the best rated Gen 8 player for WU, and you didn't play it, so I still think that's a really fucking impressive thing. But I recently watched that replay back because it's such a satisfying replay. And you see the Tapu Koko, one shot to Septos, one shot in the Crow. It started one-shotting everything because I ran Specs Koko in Rain with Thunder. And that thing was so strong. And Draco Fish just clicks. Oh, it's beautiful.
I'm running that pretty much the same thing in NatDex DOU for that tour. Yep. Just Rain with Specs Koko and plus Quark Drive guys.
Yeah, how good is Terra Water Draco Fish, by the way? Is it viable?
It's actually like good.
Oh, nice. Because I'm a big.
You gotta build for this.
Yeah, maybe I need.
I know you haven't built for this much. You gotta build some Heat Rain.
Yeah, maybe I should.
So I'm in losers bracket now that I need some help.
Yeah, after that very unfortunate. All right, so you played Taio or TPN? I always mix those.
I played Taio. Yeah.
Taio, yeah.
I lost because I double protected.
And
but then he crit me at the end.
It was a game to watch, I suppose.
So,
both got lucky. He got a little bit luckier, but I'm feeling conflicted because I hate people who double protect, which you did. But at the same time, he brought Incineroar, which I do not respect. I hate Incineroar. I hate Incineroar much.
He brought Incineroar and crit with the Incineroar.
Yeah, that was very uncool. That was very uncool. Either way, I was planning to also talk about in-game, but Sam, the guy who should have been, maybe I'll have like a talk with him too, and then like I'll mesh it together in the podcast, like I merge it. But he played Gen 1 through to Gen 5. You did Gen 6 all the way to current, and I did every gen. And most side games too. I even played. I don't know if you know it. But I still have that game and the keyboard for it. Pokemon Typing Adventure.
What?
You don't know? Okay, it's very obscure. Pokemon. I think it was only brought out in Europe. Adventure. And it was... Yes, sir! You got a keyboard with it, and then you could... Let me just show you a picture. This was an actual, like, 3DS game. Like you did this on your 3DS. With a keyboard attached to it. I have a keyboard for a 3DS that works, which is really
This is just one of those old typing games. Did you have to play those in school?
No.
Like in like 3rd grade or 2nd grade?
No, I didn't have to.
You did?
No, it's parents' responsibility to teach your kid that. And my mother gave me this, which I really liked, but I was really bad at typing, so I got kind of frustrated every time because I just couldn't keep up. So I was like, I'm done with this, but I still have it, and I have a keyboard that connects to my DS.
Do you know how to type correctly?
Yeah, I do.
Do you know the right way? Oh, I don't. I just kind of.
It's the natural way.
Created my own way.
I mean, to some degree, because
like, can you like type without looking?
Yeah, I can type without looking, but that just came over the years with experience in like PCs.
Yeah.
And PC game.
I never learned the correct way.
I'm a complete tech dinosaur. I have a hard time already putting this together, like editing this. Which this takes me several hours, and what it essentially is I need to put this, because I don't know how to record separate audio tracks. I just record, and the audio is recorded with it, and I just put that through a file converter, and then I need to make like a GIF background or something, and then I place that underneath, and then I need to edit music in, and that takes so long for me. I recently found out how to change my wallpaper, just as a reference on how good I am with tech, and I needed your help installing TCG Online.
Yeah.
So this gives people a little bit of
help with that.
Yeah, but I have this older brother, right? He's 7 years older than I am, and he was always really into tech and stuff, and I just wasn't. So he did that while I played outside. So I never learned anything about PCs.
Yep.
Yeah, also when I look in my PC, he built that for me, really nice of him, but I can just see 3 cobwebs. Yeah, I probably need to clean it out, but I'm too scared to...
They're in the...
Like, in the PC case, yeah. Actual cobwebs. And
no.
I'm too scared to open it, because I don't know what I'm looking at. I see, like, magic in front of me, so I'm scared if I touch something it breaks or something. I don't know. Anyway, I assume the spider got fried when I started playing Mortal Kombat 11. So that's that.
Hopefully, yeah. I don't think it survives to that.
No, I'm not sure. Do you believe... But Mortal Kombat... you know Mortal Kombat 11? I don't know if you know how it looks, but it's just a 2D fighter game, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's 110 gigs. And I don't know how. It's a 2D fighter game. And
games
like,
these days
they're so big.
are so unoptimized these days.
I remember when
I hate it.
Call of Duty... Like, the Battle Royale thing came out. And my friends, my in-real-life friends and I, we loved that. So we played it like... We would just come home from whatever we were doing and just say, alright, and then sit like for 3-4 hours straight playing that game with the 3 of us in total. And my PC really sounded like an airplane. I think I killed several spiders every session. It was a good game until it got like 7 updates and 2 shader packs, and then my PC just couldn't handle it anymore.
Blew up, yeah.
My PC costed like 800 euros, which I think is really like a lot for a PC, but maybe that's just because I don't really game. But it's from years ago. So like I have this PC for a long time now, so I don't know how strong it is compared to like normal benchmarks nowadays. But still running, so. And besides, I only play Showdown, so I like theoretically my phone.
That's how I do too.
I play Showdown.
Yeah, anything.
I play Stardew Valley, and let me just open my Steam. What do I play? CS, Fall Guys, old Fallout games, Oblivion.
Oh, you're on Fall Guys?
I like Fall Guys.
We gotta get on that. We gotta do a Fall Guys stream.
Oh, for sure. I play this a lot with a friend of mine.
That'd be heat.
Yeah.
One of these days.
And Fall Guys is such a funny game. It's such a shit game at the same time.
It's just so goofy.
Man. Alright. Yeah, so I was about to ask Sam like what he thinks of current games, but he isn't here, and I can't really ask you because you don't have like the comparison of the old games. I do still think it would be really funny if we did. Sam would stream it or something. I would probably make a video out of it, and well, we basically share a channel, which is mine.
Yeah.
Like I think like 60% of all my videos feature you, and otherwise the thumbnails are made by you.
I'm the co-star,
exactly,
I guess.
Exactly. And maybe we just need to play like XOY or Black or White or some a game like that, just with the 3 of us, like on PC, and just like with certain rule sets and stuff. Like the loser at the end, who like I don't know, lost the most battles, came last, whatever, needs to like I don't know, do something atrocious. We'll figure that out later.
Have you ever played Pokemon Conquest?
No, but I know what it is. It looks pretty cool.
No. That is, well, it's my second favorite spinoff.
Alright, what are your favorite spinoffs?
Such a good game. Okay, top 3. Number 3, Pokemon Picross.
Oh
Very
yes,
fun game.
what a
Very good game.
banger that
Picross.
was. What a banger. An underrated banger.
Very underrated. 2, I just said it, Conquest. Number 1, Pokemon Shuffle, every day.
Shuffle, oh damn. Also
I'm a
good
massive, I've been a Shuffle fan since day 1.
Yeah, same. I'm a big shuffler, you know what I'm saying. I think if I would rank it, it's probably number 1 Pokemon Mystery Dungeons Explorers of Sky. Which have more work put in them and more like true like spirit than most mainline Pokemon games, especially nowadays. That's the sad thing, because I booted up my save file after 8 years, right? And I just saw it, and the artwork was beautiful made, the story was well written, the characters were well designed and written, and it was a beautiful area with great art. I was like, damn, is this really that hard, Game Freak? Fucking do it, make something good. But after Masuda left, you can really see, you can feel it in the game.
The drop off in.
Yeah,
there's just no.
It was like his love child,
anymore.
Basically. He like it was his like little world, and you can see that kind of disappeared when he left.
Yeah, they're just kind of.
It's just not the same magic.
Cash grabs now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely like nearing a cash grab, which I think is so wild because double your budget as Pokemon. Your budget is already non-existent. Your budget is, I think like we recorded a bit for the podcast, like 3 weeks ago, but we didn't thought it was good enough quality. But there we calculated something like the profit margin,
like,
and we were talking like billions profit. Like
their budget is like nothing.
Their budget is like 20 million, and their profit is around the same that like a decently wealthy country makes in a year. Like, it's pretty insane.
It's all about these days. The corporate deadlines that they push are so strict that they don't have time to like create the games
but for
like
Pokemon,
properly. But
for Pokemon, I can kind of see why, because so much else depends on it, like the TV show, like spin-off games, the plushies, the other merch, and then of course the cards. The cards make way more than the games. I think people always forget that, but the cards are the big money maker. The games kind of facilitate, and then the cards are what it actually is about. It wouldn't surprise me if when the game stopped, the cards will like live on for years upon years.
Yeah, no, the cards are a timeless. Like cards from like 1996 are still highly regarded today.
Yeah, exactly. And I still think when the games stop, when they eventually stop making games, if they ever do, it wouldn't surprise me if the shit would be something like Mickey Mouse that they will milk for eternity. But imagine Pikachu doesn't become Mickey Mouse and it dies down. I think the cards, they will still keep making them. And it will become something like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magic the Gathering or whatever all these other card games are called.
Yeah, those are the only like two big ones
I can think of
that are good examples of that.
Yeah.
It stopped the anime and everything else, but
yeah, and they even made
the cards
games,
going.
right? The Yu-Gi-Oh! Did also do
yeah, they had some like DS games.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They had some PlayStation games.
And I never played them, but I liked Yu-Gi-Oh! I was quite a Yu-Gi-Oh! fan. I had the.
I love Yu-Gi-Oh!
I had you had the 3 Titans, right? Like the Titan cards. What are they called? You know
the
what
Egyptian
I mean?
gods.
Yeah, and I had one of those cards, and I lost it.
Damn.
How much are they nowadays? Did I like lose out on a lot of money?
Depends on which one you had.
What are they called? Yu-Gi-Oh!
Obelisk, Slifer, and Ra.
Obelisk the Tormentor. Jesus, what a name! Yeah, I had that guy.
Yeah.
I had a shiny Obelisk. I think it was shiny or something. What does the price fetch nowadays?
It depends on what set it came from.
The first one, because I bought it when I was really, really young, and then already it was something like that was already quite oldish, I think.
Let's see what the most expensive one is.
No, or maybe the cheapest, because that's probably more.
Cheapest.
Right.
Well, the cheapest ones are like 30 cents.
Are they from first set? I had this.
No. Because there's like 20 different versions.
Right, because I had like a special one. I really remember it was looking really fucking wild. It had blue stuff around it. It was not the normal orange stuff. It was the blue stuff around it. This is so uninteresting for people who are not into Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, here, yeah, secret rare. 43 USD.
The jump promo one? Oh,
no,
the
secret rare.
American God cards.
Obelisk the Tormentor. 43 USD. I think that might have only been
For
like
damage.
a 10 euro profit or something. If I kept it in good condition, which I didn't.
Yeah, when we were kids, nothing, no cards were in good condition.
I will one time I had some really rare Pokemon cards, old cards as a kid, and the things I did to them, I think some people will kill me for it. Left them out in the rain, glued them on other stuff. I still have them. They are not looking too good.
I remember those days.
You remember Gen 2 cards that were rare? And that I glued them onto stuff. I absolutely did. I didn't care. Secret rare, shiny cards that were rare, glued them onto stuff.
I had was it a shiny Groudon from some
oh no, that's
Call of Legends, I think.
Really is expensive.
And I put it through the washer. Yeah.
Oh no, that's a worse thing than putting your phone in the washer. That's horrible. Oh no, I remember.
Your phone at least might survive.
My phone survived the washer ones, and I was really impressed. My phone also, same phone, also survived a mosh pit from JPEG Mafia, which was quite a wild mosh pit, let me tell you that. And
oh
and
yeah,
I
when you
lost
get
it.
lost.
Yeah, and I was like, I saw this huge mosh pit, and like one of the X before JPEG Mafia came on, he was also moshing with us. It was this like huge, like 2 meter, like 10 black cowboy with no shirt, completely ripped and muscled. I was like, if he just steps on with like big army boots, I thought if he steps on my phone is just dust. It's gone. And then I thought like, fuck, I really need it. So I went to the reception and asked, did you guys find the phone? Yeah, we did. And they handed me my phone, no cracks, nothing, just a bit of like beer stick on it. I was like, Jesus. And then, how did it survive? On the other hand, I found someone's Rolex there and I saved it. So that's also like, my good deed. Yeah, the Rolex is probably considerably more expensive than my phone, if it was a real one. High chances it was a fake Rolex though.
Yeah, if someone loses a Rolex in a mosh pit, if they bring it to a mosh pit,
I was about to say,
real.
not only that, the age there was not 6-year-old guy driving a Porsche. It was your 20-year-old with their old Honda Civic. It was more that crowd.
Yeah.
Either way, then I recently let my phone drop on the pavement and it completely cracked. And I was like, you survived the washer, you survived the mosh pit, and you can't survive just the pavement.
It's the straw that broke its back.
I still have it though. I got it prepared because I could not separate from it. Either way. Well, yeah, the games and the cards, it's something. I will say though.
1 sec. I'll be back really quick.
I'll just pause it here. Alright, we're back. Yeah, so you gotta go soon, so let's probably wrap this up real quick. There's one thing we can both talk about with in-game stuff, because most recent Pokemon games have been shit, but there was one game that was truly contender for the best game of Pokemon. Legends Arceus. Well, I don't think it was a real contender. I thought it.
I agree.
It was a bit like a concept.
Not contender,
car.
But it was really good.
It was like a concept car. It's looking really cool. It is really fun, but it still needs to be polished up, right?
Yeah.
You see, it's meant so you can also just see the opportunities and what it brings and what it could mean for the games. And
in later games.
Yeah, it
was a really good idea.
Oh, I love it so much. And I think that kind of brought True Pokemon Spirit a little bit back, right? I only wish they didn't do the weird battling system. I wasn't a fan of that. I did like the status reworks though, where Sleep and Frozen just became more like paralyzed. And I thought they should have made it that you could like battle each other and not have that weird combat system. Those were the only real like big gripes I had about it.
Yeah, PvP would be fun in that.
Yeah.
If they didn't have the weird like what they call it, like the fast attacks and the heavy attacks.
Yeah, fast and strong or so, wild and like quick. I don't know, but almost everyone has played Pokemon Legends, so they know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Beautiful made.
But it's fun. It's a great take on like a redo of the of Sinnoh.
It's also a reimagine of Sinnoh, which I absolutely adored. But you really want the next. We both want Legends to continue, right? But you really want it to be set in Kalos, and I really want it to be set in Johto.
I think Kalos deserves it because they haven't had anything.
Johto
already has a remake.
No, alright, so let me tell you why Johto's gonna be the perfect game for this. Alright? I'm gonna say it like it. By the way, real quick before I tell that. Do you want them to continue in like this style of like the more old traditional Japanese same time frame-esque? Or do you want them to space out through time? So let's say for, I don't know, Black and White, based on America, it's more like the 60s. Or do you want it all to be kind of and it's some like LA noir type game, like a good detective?
I would actually really like that.
I think they need to be a bit more daring, a bit more creative, and a bit more bold with their new game choices for this. And I feel that with Legends you can make those bold choices. But yeah, why Johto would
That's
be
interesting.
perfect?
Yeah.
I felt the main thing lacking in Legends was the lack of urbanization. It was just a whole lot of nature, which is cool, but you know, the
Yeah.
explorability is not as much. It's mainly quantity over quality. Urbanization gives you also more space to tell a story, and Johto, being one of the oldest regions, with the oldest civilizations in the Pokemon world, which you can see, they have all across Johto. You have those traditional Japanese buildings, which I think will fit really well into Legends. Also, the stories. Johto is the region of legends and mythical stuff, right? They introduced. It didn't really have a real story, Johto, the Johto game, but it was more about exploring. And you have those like traditional kimono dancers with Ho-Oh and that story with Lugia and the Burnt Tower, and I feel it would be so great if it was just a bit more urbanized.
There's a lot of like history.
Yeah, and if it was a bit more urbanized, and maybe you could call it Let's Go Celebi or something. I don't know.
Let's go. Let's go.
Legends Celebi, Legends Johto, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And
they have
the Burnt
like
Tower.
they can tell Celebi's time travel. So
yeah, exactly. It really works. And then what I imagine, there is some conflict going on between some urbanization parts, and you pass through to Ekritique City. And when you go there, you know the story of the legendary beasts of Suicune, Entei, Raikou, how they came to existence. Well, they say it's 150 years ago. Legends Arceus takes place like 200 years ago, so we're 50 years into the future, right? Or something along those lines. And you come there in Ekritique City, it's all beautiful, you get told the story, and then you see lightning hitting the tower, and you see like the origin of the legendary beasts unfold in character. I think that would be so cool. And then maybe you can make like a story element or like a big plotting around. Origin. I'm not Walking Wake, Suicune. You're Walking Wake addicted. And you get like, and the story and might revolve a little bit around that, and also like finding Ho-Oh and Lugia, and it could be such a great game. I really would love to see it set in Johto. I think Johto is the perfect setting for that. But you like Kalos for it, right? You're a big Kalos fan to start with.
I would love Kalos. Yeah.
What's your favorite region? Or?
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah, what's a contender?
Let's see. Well, it sounds biased because this is just kind of the order I played them in. Definitely Kalos and then Alola.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Because those are just the games I have the most time in.
Did you play
of course, would be excellent for it.
Hoenn? Did you play Hoenn?
Hoenn. Yeah, I did. I played Oras.
Yeah.
Oras would be cool, but like...
I don't think it would work
yeah, some
as
kind
well.
of Hoenn stuff would be cool.
I think Hoenn needs to...
I mean, because you have like... It would have to be like really ancient stuff with the...
Yeah, we're talking like
the original like Weather War. Yeah.
Which is not that interesting if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think... I don't know what I would like to see for Kalos. I think it's an underrated region. I love Kalos. I've put like 500 hours into the XY games on one save file.
500?
Yeah, 500 in that, like 600 in Oras, which... I don't know anything about Gen 6 competitive, that's the worst part. I just played them for the in-game stuff. So I got 1100 hours in-game with nothing there to show for it. But yeah. Do you think, by the way, that... Because like it's now more of the tradition, or not tradition, but like the current style for big games, to instead of release games like every 3 years, what Pokemon has been doing since they started, and what kind of a standard was for games, to now just bring out one huge game and keep updating it, right? Because that's what it's pretty current, right? Look at for example at the Elder Scrolls or Fallout. I don't know. Did you play Fallout or Elder Scrolls?
No, but I know about them.
Yeah, so they used to just make it single player, and they would just bring out a new game every couple of years, like 5-6 years or something. And a bit of slower pace than Pokemon did, but the same concept. But now they made that one big game and they keep updating it. So Fallout 76, which was a shit show. And then
I do remember that one.
Elder Scrolls Online, which no one talks about, but I think is actually worse than 76 or 67, whatever it is. And do you think that's the next move forward that Pokemon should do? Just one huge game and they just keep updating it and working on it?
They're kind of heading in that direction with like releasing a game and then doing DLC for it.
Yeah, it's a step.
I don't think they'll ever do something like that.
Do you think it would be
like
good
not exactly like that, but no, I don't think so. I don't think it'd fit personally, because you can't just have one region that you just keep updating. Yeah, but eventually they'll like run out of regions to make and new Pokemon to come up with.
I think what will happen eventually when I don't know what's coming next after the Switch. I don't think you can make more of a handheld than the Switch is, right? Because that's basically a small console, but maybe a stronger Switch when hardware just becomes stronger and more compact. They will just release like Switch 2.0. Basically the same thing, just stronger.
Switch Pro.
Yeah, or Switch Plus, whatever you want to call it. The Switch U. Yeah, I would like to see Switch U, but
I would not.
Which will sell as good as the Wii U did.
Yeah.
But I feel like at a certain point when they realize, right, this is it, they will just make the one big game, every region in it, all the Pokemon, and they will keep kind of updating it a little bit, and that's the last Pokemon game they will ever make.
Yeah. Something like that would be cool, like a Pokemon MMO.
Yeah, I would.
That would be fun. That would be very cool.
Yeah, but I would like to make them. I say I would like to continue making them making games, but if the quality is like Scarlet and Violet, I might prefer that MMO and keep it at that.
Yeah.
But I would love something like that. I think they should. What I think Pokemon really should do. Remember when they made the Gen 2 things and the Gen 1 games, that you could buy them, the ports on the eShop?
On the DS? Yeah.
I think they should just bring all the old games, Gen 1, all the way from like Gen 7.
Onto the Switch.
And, yeah, well, they showed that they could have done... They did that with Super Mario 64. Which is one of my favorite games of all time. I absolutely adore that game. It has this certain aesthetic feel. It has just all of it, which I used to play so much of it as a kid, so it's really fun to see it back. And they also did Sunshine, one of my favorite Mario games of all time. And then they did Galaxy, which I don't care about.
No, I love Galaxy. That's my favorite Mario game of all time. No, Galaxy 2.
No, my favorite Mario game... It's a tie between 64 and Sunshine.
I never played either of those.
Oh, they're great.
I'm gonna be honest.
Do you still buy it on the eShop? I don't
know.
Think you can.
I don't think it was an eShop thing. I think it was just only a physical release.
I bought it on eShop.
You did?
Yes. Either way, if you ever might find a Switch and you can get it, there I can highly
emulator.
Yeah, something like that. Can highly recommend that. Either way, they showed they can. Well, Pokemon really likes their money. And it can't be that expensive to port already existing games over. And they charge the full €60, which is like, well, this happened before the war, so, which was like almost, it's basically 75 bucks, which is a lot for just ported over HD.
It's absurd, yeah.
But they can get away with it. Bring over those Pokemon games, make them like 20 euros, 20 bucks, whatever it is. 25, maybe even 30 if you're pushing it, which I expect they will, per generation or per game. And I will happily buy all the games, because I have still old DS's, old Game Boys, all the old cartridges laying around, but it's just, well, they will break a certain day, right? Just bring over Platinum, port over Platinum, port over all the games. I would love that. I think Pokemon should do that.
I don't see why they haven't yet. That's a huge, like... easy cash grab.
You don't have to release them all at once. Maybe start with like
everyone.
I would do it working like backwards. I would start probably with like. No, I wouldn't do it backwards because Gen 7 is still kind of. Gen 7 released long ago. When I saw that, I felt really fucking old.
Hey, Gen 7 released kind of. That was what, like 2015, 16?
No, this is Fossil Gen 7. I'm not Pokemon. 2016.
Because Oraz was 14, yeah.
It's 2016. Jesus. 7 years. Damn, that's
that is 7 years, yeah.
Than I expected. Yeah, I started with the Gen 3 games, believe it or not. But
You did?
Yep. I started with the remix of Gen 1. Fire Red and Leaf Green. And I don't think I ever got past the SSN because, well, I'm Dutch and they didn't make the games in Dutch. I just didn't know what I needed to do.
Yeah.
And like when I came around Gen 5, I kind of could read English. So then I kind of started getting it. But yeah, I think they should just release, because everybody seems alright. So when Gen 5 came out, everybody hated it, and I was a lover from the start. Let's not get it twisted. It was my favorite game as soon as it came out. And it wasn't even my first game. I just saw what everyone couldn't see. But now there's been this like huge love for it all of a sudden. I think they should just port over Black and White and Black and White 2. I don't think they should get remakes. I just think they should get a port over. Don't mess it up.
Yeah,
just bring them in.
It doesn't need. It already has a sequel. It doesn't need anything else.
I already got...
Not yet, at least.
I got Black, I got White, and I got Black 2, and maybe I got White 2 even on cartridge. And I bought them when they were still fairly cheap, like 10 euros a pop, right? On like market, on like eBay and that type of stuff. If you now want Black 2, you're paying a lot of money. You're paying like an 80,
120 plus.
Yeah, something like that. I also got Emerald back when it was cheap. Now, 200, 250. You're paying a lot for it. Well, and then they complain when people start hacking their games. They don't have to hack it if you just offer it to them for like 20 euros on the Switch. Just do that. It isn't that hard. Yes, you need to find a workaround for the Switch thing, with like Switch has one screen and the DS had two screens, but they can figure that out. That can't they're smart people.
You have to buy two Switches to play.
Yeah, I like it. Or like when you port it over to, like, you can only play it on a monitor or something, and then it splits the screen in two. It's you can. Besides, wait, I do not have my Switch laying here, but I have my DS, and if I just flip it open, I can see that it perfectly fits. Right? Like, because the Switch is so much... Yeah, just the two screens. If you would just put two big black bars to the side and one small black bar in the middle, you still have the same dimensions. Yes, does it look a little bit ridiculous? It does, but nevertheless, people still play it.
Yeah.
So I think they should start porting over the games, and maybe like bring out one game or one generation every year or so, to make people like kind of hunker and like want it really badly. But yeah, either way, you needed to go. I do not want to keep you up any longer.
Yeah, I do have to go kind of soon. So.
Either way, I'll try to put this podcast up today. Probably not, but I'll try. And
Alright.
Yeah, our verdict: nobody is the GOAT. Everybody's replaceable, and please, Game Freak, start porting over those games. We really want them, because the current games are shit. And bring back Pokemon Conquest, Shuffle, Picross, and Typing Adventure. Right, I'll see you later.